Glad to be with you once again. This is Bola, and I just had to come on because I just finished watching that awesome. Oh wow! I've just finished watching that awesome movie on Giannis Antetokounmpo, as he's called. Now, called Rise. Wow, I just had to come on and do my take on it. Not really like a review, but just my, as I like to say, my African, my Nigerian take on it. Wow, my reaction on it. Oh my goodness. This is first of all, I'll just give a little intro into the story. It is a story on more or less like a biopic of the NBA basketballer, the Nigerian Greek NBA basketballer Giannis Antetokounmpo, and basically it's his rise to the dizzying heights from, his humble beginnings as an immigrant in Greece till he rose to become, to the dizzying heights of NBA, the MVP, last year's MVP, most valuable player and all that. And of course, his team, he was very, very, very instrumental to his team winning the NBA championships last year. So anyway, this movie is a Disney movie, and it's special to me for many reasons. I went out of my way to look for that film. I even had to subscribe to Disney. But well, it was worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. This is a movie that, for the first time, it's really captured the immigrants' story. There's a lot of, because of a lot of upheaval in the world, all over the world, in the Middle East, in Africa, and even in Europe. So there are lots of refugees, a lot of migrants. There are a lot of people moving from one. There are even economic, they're economic migrants, economic refugees. Countries that were doing well, all of a sudden something happened, and their countries took a plunge. So there are a lot of people. What I say that to say this, there are a lot of people that watch that story, and it's gonna give a lot of people a lot of hope. It's inspiring. It touches the heart of. It touches on so many important points in the life of that young man and his family, and it showed how, I'm not gonna talk too much about the story, but spoiler alert. So if you have not watched it, please go and watch it. But I just needed to give my reaction, my take on it. It's one of the first stories I've seen that has really captured the harrowing process that immigrants, especially those that entered, some people call them illegal immigrants, I don't know, but some that entered in a way that their documentation is not right. It's not yet, has not yet been corrected, you understand? So the harrowing experiences, at the end of the day, they're still human beings. So this movie really showed from a first seat view of what it takes to really be an immigrant in the world. They are not bad people. They are not thieves. They don't have, they just want to survive. They want the same things as you, as every other people out there wants. Anyway, that's just my own worldview to set the premise. I don't want this reaction to take long. But what I love about the movie, for the first time, I would say for the first time in a very long time, a Hollywood movie, an American movie got it right by casting people from that country in those roles. You cannot imagine how cringe-worthy. You see somebody say, let me say the person is doing a film called Concussion. And you see the person struggling and speaking with a South African accent. So you know that the person is a Nigerian. That's not the accent or what they think is an African accent. Hey, come on. So kudos to the people behind Rise. They got it right. And I think the first thing they did was to cast was to give Rise and an African and most especially a Nigerian director. Akin Omotosho, amazing. Nigerian South African, based in South Africa, is a Nigerian, but he was able to really, really, and he acted as well. I noticed the cameo. I was just laughing. If you watch the film, he was the wicked landlord. And I got to see some of my Nollywood peeps like Joke Silva, cameo from Joke Silva, and Lala. Oh, I don't know Lala's new married name. Oh, please, Lala, forgive me. I'm going to call you by your stage name, which is Lala Akindoju. But I know she's married now, so her name has changed. But I know her as Lala Akindoju. So I believe it's Lala Fregene. Yes, Lala Fregene. Anyway, I saw Lala in the production, and that was a treat to see them. In a Nollywood, in a Hollywood movie, in a Disney movie. Fantastic. And Tijoke acted as the grandmother, as Yanni's grandmother. Just a short role, not much speaking, but very key. It was very comforting and very nice to see her there. And Lala acted as the wife of as the wife of the wicked landlord's wife. And thank you. Finally, they got the accents right. Everybody spoke with an African accent, the Nigerian accent, with I must give it to the actors. Dayo Okeniyi, fantastic. Spoke, the way I couldn't help chuckling when he said, hey, my chairman. When they call you chairman. When they are hailing you. When they are hailing you like, chairman, how you did? He said, he gave a good account of himself. Very good account. And also the use of music. Yes, I heard the Afro beats in there. I also heard Afro beats by, Fela, Anikola Pukuti. That was a treat. Good use. And of course, I heard hip hop in there. It was great. It was great. I I really did enjoy that movie. Other things I want to mention. I took notes too, so I'm going to have to. I don't want to put off this ring light and I'll say, oh, you forgot to mention. So yes, I like the fact that Giannis family took the time and the opportunity to explain how they felt, especially the mother. Oh, well acted by, Yetide Badaki. An actress called, Nigerian American actress called Yetide Badaki. Oh wow. They say she's in This Is Us, and she's also in American Gods. Yeah. She's a Nigerian Hollywood actor that acted in, This Is Us and American Gods. She acted the role of Veronica Antetokounmpo very well. And they use that opportunity to really explain how Tenasis has an older brother. Usually we always see Giannis and his brothers, the two younger ones and his older brother Tenasis. Tenasis has an older brother who we hardly ever see. So that film was able to explain why they were separated from him for such a long time, and how painful it must have been, to have been separated from him. He was born before his parents made the decision to leave the country, and he was left with the grandmom. And they struggled so long for such a long time before they could even get papers. So they could not leave the country. If they left the country, they wouldn't have been able to come back, and all their sacrifice would have wasted. So they had, would have been wasted. So they had to wait. They had to remain within that country, within the country they were in, which was Greece, until they were able to get, whatever citizenship could allow them the opportunity to come out and go in. Oh my goodness. And as the mother said in a very touching scene, that sometimes, even though they are always supposed to be together, sometimes you make sacrifices, as painful as that, and it's a sacrifice that they just had to make, and I'm so happy that, at least they were eventually able to reunite. It was such a touching, beautiful movie. There's so much to take away from. By the time you watch that movie, we understand Giannis's drive, his drive for success, why he's so driven, why he must make it, why he does not stop going. And I also have to say that it is also, it's also part of the Nigerian spirit, that never give up, spirit that we have, that no matter how many times you knock us down, we're going to get back up and keep pushing until we get what we want and we get where we're going to. So it was, in as much as it celebrated Greece, I believe it celebrated, Nigerian culture. I love the use of, the African fabric, the Ankara and all that. Nigerian slangs, the music, very big paid. And of course there was a part where they said, there was a part that he said he greeted them well when they got to America, and they say, "Good morning, my neighbors," paying homage to coming to America. Such a touching, beautiful movie. So kudos to Disney. You got it right this time around. I loved it. It was great. Do I have any downside to it? No, not really. There were no big stars. If you're looking to see some big stars, Hollywood stars, like Will Smith, I don't know. No, nothing like that. It wasn't necessary. No, it wasn't necessary for that. I love how they used, fast rising stars so that you could focus on the story and you could hear what they were trying to tell you, And I love at the end, spoiler alerts. You should know that when I'm doing my reactions, I will do spoiler alerts. Go and watch the film, or else you just be angry. Bele, don't be angry. I love that the end, how they merged. I'm going to say, how they merged the movie with the real Giannis, and you could see him, and he gave that his touching speech, when he won the MVP. How the film really gave a lot of it was really done in loving memory of their dad, because sometimes when you watch this media, when you watch Giannis, especially when I watch Giannis on this, all I hear is, oh, Greece. Okay, all I hear is them praising Greece and how Greece was wonderful. Okay, I will not say that Greece did not provide a place for them, but it was not without some hard knocks, But anyway, it's not. I'm not here to come and lay blame on anybody, but it also showed the difficult, unforgiving, hard part of the European immigration system. Sending police to come and kick down the doors, be chasing them up and down, smashing their goods. Well, I guess it is hoped that movies like this can hopefully touch the hearts of a number of these politicians, so that they can see, that's the European or Western politicians, to see that, hey, refugees or migrants are human beings too. And maybe sometimes what they need is a lending hand. And who knows, they can put your country on the map. I'd never even known that Greek people play basketball until I knew about Giannis. For me, he put them on the map. you know. So that's what I have to say on this. If you haven't watched it, go and watch Rise on Disney Plus channel. Okay?